And the best player in the league right now, breakaway Kevin Durant.
Him too. Like, you
he he would be the best if he didn't break away, if he didn't come all the time. So the Westbrook and people wearing the dresses, they get paid for that.
Yeah. And they get more attention, more looks, and talked about more. I think sometimes people are addicted to being talked about, and if they're not being talked about, whether it's good or bad, they feel like they're not as big as they are. Like their ego starts to kick in, and it's like, well, why aren't they talking about me? I'm Russell Westbrook,
Mm-hmm.
and maybe that's why he's not playing good or doesn't want to play good, because he wants to be talked about in some aspect. Because if he's playing average, we're not even talking about him anymore.
False. That's a false statement.
Well, go ahead.
Russell Westbrook is playing the way he always played. He just played on bad teams. And he looked good. And he's the best player. Right. So he played the same way he always played. Very inefficient, hustle hard on the offense side of the ball. So his game hasn't changed.
And I was thinking about that because we were talking about John Morant. Like, I think John Morant is going to be a good player.
Maybe.
But that's what I was going to say. I was like, well, I remember when Donovan Mitchell, is that his name? The dude who played on
Timberwolves or something?
One of those teams, like maybe Utah or something like that. But he was playing similar to that and, scoring a lot and being a good player. It's hard to keep that going over several years. You know what I mean? Because I guess the game changes. People learn how to guard you and defend you. So I think he's a good player. I want to see if he elevates his game, because I think in the NBA you have to keep elevating your game or take it to a different level or master a different, aspect of the game to keep competing at a high level.
Now, I was listening to, he's a white guy on some kind of sports network. He was talked about this topic. He said he's afraid about the longevity. Because Morant only weighs 160 pounds, and he really hasn't developed a shot. And soon, all this jumping and
crossover, go slashing.
A skeleton flying in the air soon gonna fall and crack.
Right.
If he keep on doing that, and over time, your athleticism will go down.
Right.
So if you don't develop a shot, his game won't last long.
Right.
And plus, you're a point guard. Practice shooting.
Right. They don't want to do it. But you watched Curry's warm up? Like, he can shoot. If he's open, he can shoot and make almost every shot. It seemed like point guards and shooting guards, they're not practicing shooting. Like, if I need you to do one thing, I just need you to be able to shoot the ball in the hole when we pass it to you. You should be able to master that. You don't even necessarily need to be dribbling a lot or focusing on that. Just shooting. Most of basketball is shooting. There's defense too, but shooting is a big part of basketball.
And you see a lot of players, good players, transition to shooting. Michael Jordan was, you call him a John Morant back in the 80s. Then as he got older, his athleticism got down. Clearly, during his prime, he wasn't the Michael Jordan in the
80s. No, it was a lot of fadeaways. he turn his back to you and fade away.
Kobe Bryant, when he got in there, won the dunking contest. He was a slasher dunker. As his athletes, we got them rape charges. He started shooting better. He started shooting better. Because I think if he didn't get those rape charges, I remember this. A few months or the season before the rape happened, allegedly, which is not a rape.
Right.
It did not happen. He started bulking up. And I wanted to see that Kobe. He was in his base form, and he started turning this.
Getting muscle.
He started.
I kind of remember that, yeah.
Vegeta Super Saiyan. You know Vegeta, when we got all bulky, he fought
right.
He started to get like that. And I think, when did he drop? Before the rape allegations or after? When did he drop that 81? That was after or before?
Probably after. I think after.
Before he started bulking up, I said, damn, this Kobe gonna be bad.
Mhm.
He got those charges. He lost all that muscle tone,
Yeah.
and now he was shooting for his life.
Right. Right. That
So
stress got to him clearly, But
LeBron James done the same thing. He used to be a slasher, this and that. Then he started developing a little post game and a mid range shot.
right.
Good plays. You got to do it for longevity.
Yeah. I don't know if you saw the game last night, but I think he scored 50 and they beat the Warriors. I didn't check, I didn't see the highlights, but he took over the game, they said, and
Who, LeBron?
yeah, LeBron.
Right now, LeBron is just playing for to get them stats. Now, I hate to say, 'cause you 9 games, 8 games, under 500,
Yeah.
and you lose to sorry teams, and you got Westbrook and LeBron James are the same team. You got breakaway.
Carmelo.
You got Carmelo. He ain't playing like he played last year. You got breakaway. What's the guy? Breakaway Davis. Every time he step in the car, he'll go breakaway.
Yeah.
This is the first time in LeBron James' career that I remember he's on a sorry team.
And it was supposed to be the best team ever on paper.
No, I don't know about no else.
Well, no, I'm not saying that, but it was supposed to be a good squad. It's like an all-star squad. Not saying it's better than the team when he had Wade or anything like that, but it was a good team. It was a good one. No, I think the Laker team when he had Dwight when they first won the championship. In the bubble, I think that was a really good team. I thought that was a solid team.
Because they was number one on defense. Defense will win the game for you.
Right.
And you had Dwight Howard. He was playing like his old self. He was playing good.
Right.
You had Anthony Davis. He wasn't getting hurt. And you had Rondo. Rondo took over 2 games. Right. So you had a whole squad.
And
I think now.
Right. Yeah. And I think they thought they were going to be able to do something just because I think Anthony Davis at one point was top 5 in the NBA, but that's not true. I just don't think that was a true thing. Just because, I mean, for a season he could be, but overall, he's not tough enough. He's not consistent enough, and he can't stay healthy.
I'll go speak on one thing too. I hate seeing. Quit blaming LeBron James for the condition the Lakers are in now.
Yeah, I'm not gonna say I blame him, but he kind of put this team together. He's the leader, and so people tend to do that. But I think people hate LeBron, so they're gonna try to blame him. I don't hate LeBron.
Who's signing the checks, Brandon? Who's signing the checks?
The owner of the Lakers.
Okay, who owns the Lakers?
Jeannie Buss.
So if LeBron ain't signing the checks, he don't own the team. Why you want to put the blame on him? Everybody want to blame a black man with the ships going down.
Right. And period. They just want to do a period.
Well, yeah. And I refuse to blame LeBron because he don't own that team. He don't sign it.
Right.
He ain't the one that said I can sign my name to it. He didn't do that.
Right.
So I ain't gonna blame him. You blame the ownership. Right. That's like a company's going bad. You go blame the workers?
No. So I think people have a hatred for LeBron. It's an unhealthy hatred, but they hate him.
Well, they need to like him. That's like you watching imagine if we could watch Michael Jordan play again.
Right.
In his prime.
And that's what I say when LeBron finally leaves, like it's not going to be any great players like that. Like Giannis is good, but I don't necessarily want to watch Giannis because of his game. I mean, it's not like LeBron's game. He don't bring what LeBron brings to the court, when he's playing or when he's in the league. And
the best player in the league right now, breakaway Kevin Durant.
Him too. Like
he would be the best if he didn't break away. If he is coming all the time,
right? So, and Kyrie too. Kyrie be hurt a lot. It's a lot of players that are hurt.
Kyrie ain't breakaway. Kyrie is.
He's almost
spaced out. We call him Looney Tunes. He's Looney Tune Kyrie.
All right. But people don't give LeBron credit for being healthy, being available to play every season for that long. Like we taking him for granted. And when he's gone, people not gonna watch the NBA like they used to. It's just not many players like that.
Who you
Like
want to
you
see?
can
Brandon Tatum? You want to see him? And he
right,
goes,
no,
he went slump for half of the year.
right,
That's who you want to see.
right.
Who?
And
I
like you
don't
say,
know
John
anybody.
Morant, John Morant. I mean, but he might fall off just because of the evolution of the game. You know, Steph Curry is here, but you know he's not going to be here forever either, though. So
Steph, the best thing I like about Steph Curry is he developed a skill that he could play in his 40s
as
because
long as
he
he's
returned.
healthy, you know, yeah, like I said,
Yeah,
condition wise, I think he can still play. He can still shoot because he shoots three. He shoots long. He shoots long threes effortlessly. So if you could do that now, I mean, he's gonna be able to shoot threes at the line easy for at least 5 more years. I give him 5 more years easily.
shit, he could do 10 more years.
We
Well,
can-
how no, no, he can't. No, he can't.
no,
He could
because
do
it's
10.
about
He could maybe
he
do 10
might
years.
he might because I'm not sure how old he is. He's younger than LeBron, so he might do 10 more years.
If Steve Kerr could come off the bench and Steve Kerr have a higher, his field goal percentage is higher than Steph Curry. It is. But he took a whole lot of less shots. If Steve Kerr could come off the bench, Stephen Curry could come off the bench to hit them three, he'll change the whole landscape if he came off the bench.
Right. I thought you was getting ready to say Steve Kerr come off the bench now. You think Steve Kerr could play some minutes in the NBA now?
He's old, man.
Do you think he can play though? You think he still got a shot? But that's what I'm saying. Steve Kerr never been good on defense, no way, but somebody that old could still play. They could still play. I'm not saying they could lock down defense. He's an easy bucket anyway, but I'm just saying shooting wise. I think that's why Steph Curry can still play, and he's gonna be playing for, like you say, 10 years. And
now,
that's why shooting is so valuable.
Steve Kerr cannot play in the game now. He can shoot.
He can shoot. That's what I'm just talking about. Shooting, really.
No, hell no. He wasn't. He wasn't reliable. He was only reliable when you needed him to come in there to hit 2 shots.
So you gonna do Steve Kerr like that? So Steve Kerr can't shoot no threes.
No, he can shoot. He can shoot threes under pressure. That's the only when they need him. I ain't never seen Steve Kerr in a
just go down the court and shoot me. No, he wasn't doing that.
They called it. This is what they did. Hold on, call the whistle. Put Steve Kerr in the game.
Right, and he'll knock down the shot. Right.
That was it.
Right.
That was it. So I can't. He wasn't a real. He didn't. Under pressure, he could shoot the ball, but I don't know about. He can't get you no points every single game shooting the ball.
Well, I'll say, but back then they wasn't really shooting threes like that, like they're shooting them now anyway. So
you're right.
That's not a rare thing, but you know, if somebody's shooting like that back in the day, it'd be unheard of. Now it's normal.
That's why they call. That's why he could do anything else. They call it timeout. And the team said, "Ain't nobody shoot no 3."
Right,
you know,
right.
Jordan go shoot the 3. The next thing you know, that thing pop up to him, pop, you let it go.
Right.
So that was the game plan. And since this ain't Black History Month, we need to thank Mark Jackson for building that team. Steve Kerr had nothing to do with building that team they have now. Nothing to do with it, but took all the credit. Black History Month. Big shout outs to Mark Jackson for building that great team, for seeing that talent when other people did not see that talent and cultivate that talent.
Right.
So shout out to him.
Because like you say, at that time, Curry was breakaway. His ankles was injured a lot, and he was having some questions about him, but they stuck with him over the other point guard they had, Montel Ellis or something like that. So
well, Curry was too small. Back then he was like a little kid. He was small.
Yeah, he kind of bulked up a little bit.
Well, I don't know, but I think he finished growing to his man. I think he had the breakaway on. He had the breakaway arms and legs. Now he's still small, but it's his bone structure just a little
different,
bigger.